Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for showing up this week. Sorry for the delay. Work did intervene and make things quite interesting this evening. But for those who were unaware, we are having fun. We are really pissing off the Flurfers with International Ballers Day. And for those who didn't know, I am raffling off my majestic jacket of Flurfer Butthurt with all of these beautiful patches put onto that jacket. And you can win. You can win this jacket yourself. All you have to do is enter the raffle. And how do you do that? Well, we have the information right here for you. Just go ahead and go to streamlabs.com/JaredButo, and $1 gets you one raffle entry, 5 gets you 6, 10 gets you 15, and all proceeds, which we are currently at $200 raised, are all being donated to the science department of my son's school. So let's really piss off the Flurfers and fund primary school science just to piss them off that much more. And with that, let's go ahead and bring on the panel.
Oh, the comment section is where it's at.
So you guys are now being heard by the general public, so watch your language. Don't keep it clean.
You mean I should be saying fucking idiot instead of just idiot?
Yes. Which, oh god, that idiot was so much fun to play with.
Yeah, I think I did slam the door pretty hard, and then that last person who commented made it even worse. Because I haven't seen hide nor hair of him.
Yeah, so you do have it ready to share, though, right? So people understand what we're referencing?
Yep. I'm just queuing it up to the top of the... make sure I got it queued up to the top of the thread here. Okay. All right. And I'm ready to present whenever you're ready for me to.
Go for it.
I'll let you do the introductions on this one, though.
Okay.
Started it.
Okay. So what popped up in my feed was a video by Simon Whistler of Today I Found Out, called "Can Sea Captains Really Officiate Legally Binding Marriages?" And I actually did quite enjoy the video because it was rather interesting, because his take is very no-nonsense. Here's the information I found out, here's where it applies, here's where it doesn't. If the claim or urban myth is bullshit, he will say so in actually a very polite British manner. Well, down in the comments, someone decided to compare Mr. Whistler to Adam of Adam Ruins Everything, asking the question, "Hey Simon, is Adam from Adam Ruins Everything your arch nemesis?" Knowing that someone of that stature that is the host of the show is quite unlikely to reply, I decided to throw my 2 cents in on it. And as we can see here, I would say no, as there is no direct conflict. However, one sticks to the facts, and the other is a horrendously politicized with the liberal mindset. I shall let you figure out which is which. And I guess I hit a nerve.
Just a little bit. Because at A22 Productions, a liberal mindset. So in your book, stating facts is having a liberal mindset?
Oh, let the fun begin. And I'll actually read this in the tone that was in my head at the time as well.
Oh, this will be great.
If Adam stuck with the facts, plain and non-politicized facts and data, then there wouldn't be the disparity between the two delivery types. How accurate was his limited take on the firearm issue? How accurate was his attempt to explain the alpha male? I will always be honest, I had hope for Adam's show at the outset. However, as it has gone on, his real explanations have become as factually accurate as the name of the network that hosts it, True TV. Also, Adam has admitted in interviews that he's politically a liberal. So is it wrong to point out how his political ideology could taint his representation of some topics? Before you jump off the deep end, no, I am not a conservative or a right-winger. I don't buy into the this or that, us versus them, two-party extreme bullshit that is politics in the USA today. I'm their worst nightmare. A moderate that ignores the party labels and looks at the actions of each candidate.
And now I got to preface this with this is the last comment that I have found that this person actually got somebody to like. AT2 Productions. Great. Then disprove him. Just because you want to claim that he has liberal ideology doesn't mean that he's incorrect. Which generally, this is my 2 cents, which generally would be accurate. You know, not everybody puts their political ideology through their work. However, if you ever watched the recent Adam Ruins Everything, you can see where things are progressing. And then I got the lovely screenshot here of those comments, and then decided, okay, I need to jump in. But to be fair, I watched the whole video first to make sure that I wasn't missing anything in his comparison between Adam and Simon. So I asked, I'm curious as to why you thought to ask this question specifically. And I think AT2 Productions is spot on about Adam, and Adam Ruins Everything.
So, at They Lied 1776. You're a little behind the times if you still believe in Adam Ruins Everything. It's been pretty well shown by several... Oh, wow, you moved it on me.
I scrolled it to make it easier.
All right. At They Lied, why should I address what has already been, and in a masterful fashion, by the YouTube channel No Bullshit? More importantly, why are you afraid to address the questions I posed to you in my previous comment? Hint, there are 3 of them, and none are rhetorical.
And to which I responded at They Lied 1776. I can point you to a few more videos disproving Adam. Here's Sinatra Says, with an actual link. Here's the No Bullshit, which Jared referenced before. Should I also add Steven Crowder? And
you know what? Since this one has Sergeant in the name, I think Main Gun should read it.
Oh, definitely.
They Lied 1776. You're a little behind the times if you think if you still believe in Adam Ruins Everything. It's been pretty well shown by several sources how that show does not present some facts, but manipulates them to serve their own beliefs. And sometimes presenting facts are totally incorrect for the same purpose. You should perhaps keep in mind that just because someone has a liberal ideology that you likely agree with, that doesn't mean they're correct.
You know what, Piggy? You're taking the part of They Lied.
What? Hold on. Huh? Remember what I told you about my experiment tonight? It's fucking working. Okay, where's They Lied?
Right there.
Alright. Well, Sergeant Superman, great. Why don't you post some of these articles? Could you zoom in a bit? Why don't you post some of these articles, since I'm a little behind? Oh, a little behind, you say?
Whoops.
You fucked it, Jared. Or Jay.
Yep, it's Jay.
Well, hey.
Scroll down, Jay. There you go. Yep. All right. Sergeant Superman, after you.
I'm up.
Yep.
They Lied 1776. You're also behind on this thread, seeing as how Jay Brown already posted links for you to go to. And behind on the internet, since you clearly don't understand that Google is free for anyone to use. Don't blame your ignorance on me. Information is out there. but you have to actually look for it instead of believing some random person who got a TV show. Even Adam himself did an episode on some things he was willing to admit they got wrong, and said his show wasn't about you believing the lines he sells, but is an effort to get you to look into the topics themselves. Bit of a cop-out, but still a legitimate point.
All right, Sergeant Superman. Maybe English is your second language, so I'll ask you for a second time. Why don't you post one of these articles since I'm fuck?
Oh yeah,
Jay Brown?
he comments multiple times before he gets a reply.
Jay Brown? That's the best you can do? Some random guy on YouTube? Well, if it's on the internet, then it has to be true.
And it's still you, Piggy.
God damn it. Go ahead, Jared. Okay. I turned my head for one fucking moment. Sergeant Superman, his so-called ploof is just some random guy on a YouTube channel. Well, if it's on the internet, it must be true. If that's the best you can do as well, then I've already shown you to be a fraud.
Still ignoring my direct questions, I see. Can't say I'm surprised at this point.
Listening to you two productions, I asked you to disprove him. You do that first, and I'll gladly answer your questions.
My questions came first. Ball is in your court.
Your question, quote, how accurate was the attempt to explain the alpha male, end quote. That's like asking me to prove a negative. You're asking me for my opinion, not facts. That's no different than asking me for a rhetorical question. I deal in facts, not hypotheticals or rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions.
So you're incapable of providing your own analysis of the factual accuracy of a TV personality that you brought to the conversation. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Which part?
But, by the way, still ignored the third question.
Which part of I deal in facts don't you understand? This is why I directly asked you to disprove him. I do not deal with hypotheticals, rhetorical questions, or circular arguments. I deal in facts.
Now remember that bit, people. He deals in facts.
Ask me a direct question. This is not what's the word again? I just
Rhetorical.
Said it. Rhetorical, yeah. A circular argument or a hypothetical one. And I will gladly answer.
Go ahead and scroll, Jay.
Why do I always get the dumb ones?
Because you don't actually make your own posts on these threads. How accurate, by your own analysis, is Adam's take on gun legislation and crime? How accurate, by your own analysis, is Adam when analyzing social dynamics? Is it possible for a TV show to have a bias in its representation of information that is skewed by their stated political leanings? Same questions as before, none are circular or rhetorical. You apparently just don't want to actually support your stance. And funny how you still ignored that last one.
Those videos are laid out discussions of the topic with sources cited within.
Piggy, this one's main gun.
Oh.
Giving you a break.
Those videos are laid out discussions of topics with sources cited within. You're just one of those pompous, lazy guys that refuse to listen to any point of view that doesn't line up with your own. Again, your ignorance isn't my responsibility. Those videos debunk Adam. So unless you can debunk those videos, your arguments are empty and pointless. Also, so you do agree that some random person is not an inherently good source, but only on the internet because the random guy on TV is totally legit, right? I place no faith in any random guy unless they back themselves up with better sources. The random guys on these internet videos use decent sources, but Adam often uses entirely biased sources or cherry picks good sources that only tell half the story. Just a note here, in case you're only making these replies out of some misplaced loyalty to some guy that doesn't even know you exist. I'm not saying Adam is wrong about everything. He does make good points. But don't take everything he says to be absolutely true, because some of what he says is outright wrong by his own admission, and some of it is intentionally spun to serve a particular narrative. You can enjoy his show without being a dupe.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Sarge, if you're going to make a claim, I'm going to ask you to prove or disprove it, and you can't. That's the end of the discussion.
So you're suggesting that anyone who claims Adam is wrong needs to prove why he's wrong, which has been done by the aforementioned videos? And yet you offer absolutely zero support for him being right? So Adam is undeniably correct and must be proven otherwise? That is the exact opposite of how the burden of proof works. I would ask why you think anyone but you should put in the effort, but I already figured that out in my previous reply.
My one and only question is to prove him wrong. That's not a question. I can't dumb it down any further than that.
Asking it over and over doesn't change the fact that it's already been done and you have no counter.
The only thing, Sarge, I've received is some random guy on YouTube. That's just as informative as Wikipedia page, which anyone can make up. Apparently, no one can answer the question. No one can answer the question. Will provide an article or show a legitimate site that contradicts what he says. I can't dumb it down any more than that. Come on.
I already tore apart that weak excuse. You have to come up with a better one.
Jay.
So, at Daylight 1776. So what is Adam? Is he not just some guy on the internet? That's where he started out doing his videos on YouTube and Facebook for College Humor. Those are what I link to. Those that I link to are people who do their own research. Who does all of Adam's research? According to IMDb, 6 people have been staff researcher or researchers, not acting as researchers like 2 of the actors. Like there. Also, the Wikipedia page for Adam Ruins Everything discusses how he takes things out of context. Link to the criticism section. This only took me about 5 minutes after reading all of these responses when I got home to provide this. Maybe you should take some time and approach Adam's show from an objectivity. You would see what the show is, a comedy sketch masquerading as a serious topical show.
Jay Brown, have you never seen this show? Those people that just randomly pop in the show that answer the technical questions are researchers, scientists, and PhDs in their fields. I dropped my phone. Where was I? PhDs in their fields.
It's
one of the most researched shows on television. That's not to say they don't make mistakes, but I'll ask you again. Prove him wrong. That's not a question.
Now you know why we started laughing.
Here we go. You still have 2 more comments to go through.
Oh, fuck. Jared, I'm going to have to buy me a new pistol.
Hang on.
Jay Brown. Okay, apparently you didn't read my previous comments. Use actual sources. Wikipedia is an open platform. That
Not
means
anymore.
anyone with a computer can make or change any information at any time.
Not anymore.
Wrong. You need an internet
Oh.
connection.
Well-
Wikipedia does not have editors, meaning no one checked or verifies the information that's uploaded to Wikipedia unless several people ...
Wait.
Jay Brown Ruins Everything is owned... Okay. Jay Brown, Adam Ruins Everything is owned by Tuner Broadcasting. So that means that the show has been well researched, or they
Bullshit.
would not let them to go on air.
Bullshit.
They make a lot of inflammatory comments about individuals. So their in-house counsel, meaning lawyers, will make sure that everything is not only checked but verified.
Bullshit. Now, before we go on, I would just like to point out and remind everyone that it was around 2010 Wikipedia actually locked down their editing feature of articles. And you can actually thank a lot of us who were stationed aboard the Kitty Hawk for that, because we kept going to the Kitty Hawk Wikipedia page and giving actual accounts of how fucked up the command was while it was in its last couple years in Japan.
And I can also attest to it. I mean, I am every now, it's not that often, but I do edit some Wikipedia articles from time to time. Some of them have been locked, and I have to be approved for each article to be able to edit them. So yeah, some of them have in fact been locked down.
Yeah.
And also, not every computer can, edit Wikipedia. You have to have an internet connection.
So, I got a message from the feline that may or may not be alive. He can't make it due to family stuff tonight, but says hi to everyone.
Feline? What feline?
Oh, come
I'm
on.
confused.
It's a German name.
Yes.
The owner has a German name of said cat.
I don't know anyone with a German name.
And we don't know if that owner's cat is dead or alive unless we look inside the...
Oh, I gotcha.
Wow.
Okay, and,
You have been zipping the juice, haven't you?
I may or may not be intoxicated through a combination of sleeping medicines and what's the other? Energy
Monster
drink. That's
drink.
it.
Monster
Yeah.
or Red Bull or something like that.
Hey, I wouldn't fault you on that if you've been watching, let's see, a dumpster fire on the Non-Sex Show 2 days ago. I have to think in American terms. Yesterday,
Yeah.
and a shit show on Reds earlier today.
Oh, I was part of the
he
entire
was
fucking thing.
on that. Yeah.
That was so hilariously painful.
I wish I wasn't at work. I was so wanted to jump into that.
I mean, look
The
on
entire
Jared's
time,
face,
man, like,
what the
talking-
way he acted.
Oh, fuck.
When Jared did the Gary Ridgway routine, that was just
Oh, yes. That was fun fucking
Gary
with
who
G-Man.
now? Lynchway. Who's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Are we ready to
Anyways,
continue on?
back to this stupid.
All right.
I guess.
So, at They Lied, 1776, and yet you skirt around questions that ask a direct analysis from you. All of us have brought something to the table. You just miss it outright. You have yet to provide a link to anything to support your position. I have to use a fallacy here, but your argument style is quite reminiscent of that of a flat earther. Here's a debate transcribed about gun control. Link provided. And while this link does not pose a direct refutation to Adam, Dr. Cates argues quite well for the point of why gun control is not supported by Americans as the media portrays. Also, the last paragraph of this article is the reason law-abiding citizens don't like the concept of gun control, because gun control only affects law-abiding citizens. Link below. by all means, disregard everything we put forward. That just shows that your only response is nuh-uh, and that you don't have a real argument to stand on. Also, I have watched his show since before it was on True TV. You know, my reference to College Humor. So please, answer my question. What makes Adam more reliable than the YouTubers I shared? Piggy, you only have
God
2
damn
short
it.
ones this time.
Okay, so I just opened up my in particular amount of Monster Energy, and it's one of the giant big bottles. Because I put the Alka-Seltzer in it, and a bit of the sleeping medicine with the lid closed. When I opened it, I just had a geyser on my bed. So I'm not sure where the lid went. That popped off somewhere. But let's get back into the stupidity. What questions? Okay, at Jay Brown. What question have I skirted around? Ask me directly. As I said before, I will not bother with any rhetorical questions, circular arguments, or hypothetical ones. Okay, or hypothetical. I'm gonna keep close to what he says. I deal in facts. At Jay Brown, what does a random debate about gun control have to do with Adam Ruins Everything? And for the 4th time, I do not deal in circular arguments.
At They Lied 1776. You have repeatedly skirted my question about what objective analysis have you done on the subject matter given in any Adam Ruins Everything segment. And more so, you've not even come close to addressing my question of if you believe someone's political bias is capable of tainting their portrayal of hot-button topics and whether it is reasonable to point out said bias when discussing that person's work. Are you ever going to address if you've done any fact-checking of Adam, or if a known bias is reasonable and capable of tainting the interpretation of information?
You'll notice a thread that a lot of our responses have this nice little show less function here, whereas none of his has any of that.
How long is this?
No, oh,
97 comments. At They Lied 1776 from AT2 Productions, and I just quote all of their questions from every single one. And if we really need to go over those again.
No.
So, you asked for proof. I provided debunking videos with sources cited in those videos. You disregard them as some random guy rather than watching them and hearing their arguments out. If you deal in facts, you should hear all sides of an argument, yet you refuse, so you deal in bias, not facts. You discredit Wikipedia as a source, yet as a start to dig deeper into a subject, it can be a great start.
Here we go. Now, there you go again. With how you... What?
No, right there.
Okay, there you go again with your how...
No.
To your
You
analysis
skipped two.
question.
The
You
one
skipped two.
above that. Above that. There you go.
Okay, you're engaged in a argument. You don't want me to answer a serious question. You want to rant and whine.
Piggy,
Wait.
you skipped one.
Oh,
I highlighted it.
damn it. Sorry. At AT, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Ask me a question that is not a circular argument or rhetorical question or a hypothetical. For some reason, you're having a time asking me a simple question.
At They Lied 1776, it is not a circular argument, rhetorical question, or hypothetical. His questions are valid, and you fail to answer them because you cannot admit that you have a bias to believe Adam without question. If you could get past that, you would see that our questions are quite valid, as are the videos I cited to you.
Hey, look.
There you go again with your...
Look, Pig, I hear what you're doing.
Go ahead.
Save it movie night. Otherwise, you'll just be as coherent as a certain flat earther we know.
Hey, I will put whatever I want into my body. At J Brown, there you go again with your how accurate is Adam by your analysis question. You're engaging in a circular argument. You don't want to answer a serious question. You don't want me to answer a serious question. You want to rant and whine.
It's me now? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was sending a message to Jay Packett in the chat.
Yeah.
They lied. There you go again, avoiding the very direct questions you've been asking for this whole time. How is asking if you've done any fact-checking a circular argument? Or a rhetorical one? Or even a hypothetical one? Do you even know what those words mean? You know what? I'll slow it down for you so it matches your apparent syndrome. Have you fact-checked any segment of Adam Ruins Everything? Is an admitted bias capable of resulting in inaccurate representations of the data?
Much like the way you talked to, Skidmark earlier. So too bad he didn't get triggered by it.
It's because
just wait.
I wasn't able to be as active with Skidmark today because I was going back and forth to work.
Yeah, but I was thinking about the specific time where you kept doing that, monotonous tone while he was speaking specifically. I was so hoping that he would, go flame on or something.
Oh, had I been able to keep it going, he would have.
Yeah.
This poor fool did, though. That was pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I mean, this guy needs a safe space. I mean, come on. Poor little
That
guy.
daylight, 1776. Explain how it is circular to ask you if you verified what you are told, especially when it's been pointed out by many others how he was wrong. The only one ranting and whining is you.
Go ahead and scroll down so they can see the entire thing. All right. They lied. 1776. You know what? Fuck it. At this point, you're not going to answer any of the direct questions you've been asked. Hell, mine the last few times have been painfully simple yes-no questions. But let's face it, you won't answer them because it'll show just how ill-informed you are at this point. And rather than lie, you are attempting to run away. So just admit that you haven't done shit to verify that the statements made on Adam Ruins Everything and have blindly accepted the show from a reality TV network, and stop claiming that you only deal in facts. Got it? Good.
Reality, my ass.
At J Brown, yours is a very yours is the very definition of circular logic and circular reasoning.
Oh, wait. Pause it right there. Jay, open that link in a new tab.
Oh, God. Oh, do you mind if I play the sound?
No, just show what it is.
Secrets of what?
Oh. Okay.
Althorpe? The
Hold on.
Hang on. Let's get through
Who
the
is
ad. There we
that?
go. Go ahead and pause it.
Oh, it's a TV series, I guess.
Yes.
Back when they filmed on actual film.
So, this is part of a documentary series about the owners of the mansions in Britain. And this one in particular had to do with Princess Diana.
Oh, not the one I was thinking about then.
Diving into conspiracies.
So, talking about circular reasoning and everything, shares this video.
Oh,
All right, let's go to the.
Oh,
Let's go back
So
to the
point,
comments.
apparently. Well, if the context of the specific time stamp that he shared is important, We could just look at the transcription
Oh no,
instead of
no,
typing the audio through.
there was no timestamp.
Oh, okay.
No, it was
Then his. Yeah, okay.
he just randomly threw a link, expecting me to not check it.
See, that's the thing. We both clicked on it, and we were talking off and on in Discord at this point while doing this. We both checked the link, and it's like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything?
Why am I never a part of this? Let's get on to the reading bits.
This is your next one here, Piggy.
All right, at AT2 Productions, I have asked you several times asked me a direct question. You can't do that for some reason. I asked you people at AT2 Productions, I asked you people to ask me a direct question, but what I get is circular logic and hypotheticals. I don't need your ideology or philosophy. Just ask me a damn question. Ask past tense. Okay. It's as simple as that.
At They Lied 1776. I asked you yes/no questions, dipshit. You just don't want to answer them. Just admit that already. I will slow it down for you so it matches your apparent syndrome again. Have you fact-checked any segment of Adam Ruins Everything?
You're trying to make him cry, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
I will ask you once again. Ask me a direct question. I do not need the philosophy. I do not need your ideology. All I want you to do is ask a simple question. Now, I truly understand what it means to herd cats.
You're getting good at that method acting there, looks like.
Wait.
The alcohol is helping, I think.
At They Lied 1776. So what does the secrets of Althorp, the Spencers, have to do with reasoning?
They lied. Asking what you've done, if anything, is a direct question, you mental midget. Your constant avoidance of those questions is exceptionally telling of how little you've done. Face it, your game has failed. Learn a new one.
It's amazing how you cannot ask a simple question. Don't whine, bitch, and moan. Just ask me a question and I'll answer. It's as simple as that.
They Lied 1776. Better yet, please explain how a yes/no question about your own actions is anything other than a direct question. You've been asked simple questions in a manner that even a child could answer and have refused. You just don't want to shoulder the burden of actually answering about what you've done, which is nothing apparently. Yes or no? Have you fact-checked any segment of the show Adam Ruins Everything? Yes or no? Can a bias, political or otherwise, influence interpretation and representation of data? Simple, direct, only response from you required at this point is blank and blank. What are your answers?
Yes and no.
It's a textbook circular argument. You start with a rhetorical question and you fill the rest with a void to fit your own narrative. Why don't you just ask me a simple question without answering it with yourself? Alright, AT2 Productions. Okay, I'm going to say this again. Don't bitch, don't moan, don't lie. Just ask the question. I couldn't make it simpler, but you're incapable of simply asking a question.
Shroomay! Everyone say hi to Shroominati.
Hey, Shriminati.
Hi, Shriminati.
You're
Yo.
in for some special stupid here tonight. All right. So, At Daylight 1776. No, what you sent me as a documentary, what should have been was a documentary, from what I have watched of it, I have yet to hear a discussion on anything close to rhetoric.
At They Lied 1776. Apparently you don't know how to read. Yes or no? Have you fact-checked any segment of the show Adam Ruins Everything?
No.
Yes or no? Can a bias, political or otherwise, influence interpretation and representation of data? Simple,
No.
direct, only response from you required at this point is blank and blank. What are your answers?
I have to commend Bo on his comment in the live chat, by the way.
Yes.
At They Lied 1776. You are the one bitching and moaning. AT2 Productions has not only every time asked you with a direct question, but has rephrased it. You are incapable of accepting anything but your own self-diluted narrative. At They Lied 1776. Here are also the links to the documentary that you shared with me, the 2 different titles that I found it under, and the search for the exact title. Shall I pull those up, Jared?
Sure, why not?
Aw.
Well, the reason why I say that is because, as you can see, Lord Crocosquirrel decided to join the comment thread, and someone did tell him that we were going over this, right?
Yeah, I did. But anyways,
This is
Man, I need some porn.
I want to read that last one.
I've got a picture for you, Look a Pig.
All right, Bo, send me the picture, but you read Lord Crocosquirrel.
Really? No, okay, okay.
Okay, try to do your best impersonation of him, too. I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, but I don't want to wake up the upstairs neighbor's kid, though.
Wake them up. Don't be a bitch.
All right. They lied. I mean, you lied. 3 yes/no questions are not circular. They require simple single-word answers. That said, you are welcome to put forward arguments with those answers, and nobody would stop you. In fact, I could encourage that behavior. It tells us, it tells us your point of view. Sorry for mixing Danish in there, and thus allows for the conversation to continue. If you refuse to do something so simple, how does anyone take you seriously? I certainly can't. Rather than repeatedly shift the burden of proof for your claim, how about defending your position? Better yet, can you defend it? Have you done the legwork to do that? Can you, in fact, even build an argument? I'm guessing not at this rate. You claim to be a strictly facts-only person, but I have yet to see any in your initial question, nor the remainder of the thread. Rejecting questions you don't want to answer will not get us back down. Now, either defend your position or abandon the field.
Open my hyperlink.
Yes.
That's not Britannica Dramatica, right? Is it?
No, it's just regular Britannica.
All right.
But actually, we don't have to go to the link because Squirrel actually pointed out what he linked to.
Okay. I fail to see how citing Encyclopedia Britannica on circular reasoning gets you out of not only the questions, but the burden of proof. No question asked here has been circular. You were asked yes/no questions and given license to explain those answers, as well as provide citations. Oh, there was a citation. Fucking needed thing. Anyway. You attempted to do the latter, but you refused to do the former. It's not like you're debating Matt Slick here. Ugh. I said his name. Ugh. Ew. You have all the time and, more importantly, space to set forth your argument in any way you see fit. So I have a question for you. Why have you not availed yourself of the opportunity?
And just so you know, I heard Squirrel had to disinfect his keyboard after writing that one because of the Mac Slick reference.
He's slick, but he likes to be portraying himself.
Okay. At Daylight 1776, the fact that you now provide me with a definition does not negate the fact that you probably assumed that I would not look at a link you sent to me as proof of an argument. See your post to me, quoted here, at J. Brown. Yours is the very definition of circular reasoning, and I linked the video. Since it appears to me that you would think that I would not look at a link, I shall assume that you did not look at any of the links I have provided. This shows me you are intellectually dishonest until you prove otherwise. This does not mean I'm done on this thread. I will continue to go forward with this thread by asking the question, what makes Adam more credible than the videos I cited? Any answers from you that are deflecting or an attempt to put the onus on me or anyone else who asked a question will be met with this question repeated. You've had enough of
At Lord Crocus, once again, if you would just ask me a question without going into a circular argument, I think I'm talking to AT2 Productions here. Rhetorical questions or hypotheticals, I would gladly answer. I can't dumb it down for you any more than that.
At They Lied 1776, you have continuously refused to answer my simple, direct, yes-no questions. You should just go ahead and change your channel name from They Lied to I Lied. Yes or no? Have you fact-checked any segment of the show Adam Ruins Everything?
Just to clarify, which facts and segments are we specifically referring to exactly? I don't give general answers to non-specific questions. At AT2 Productions, again, ask me a direct question. I'll gladly answer.
At Daylight 1776, what makes Adam more credible than the videos I cited?
Your second question and asking for an opinion. Again, I deal in facts.
At They Lied 1776, stop lying. You have been asked the same simple, direct questions multiple times. Here they are again. Yes or no? Have you fact-checked any segment of the show Adam Ruins Everything? Yes or no? Can a bias, political or otherwise, influence interpretation and representation of data? Hint, this is not an opinion-based question. Psychology is not opinion-based.
Yeah.
At J. Brown. They are citing directly from research papers or studies by the peer-reviewed scientists, researchers, or PhDs that appear in every episode. Have you ever even seen the show? And the credentials of the random YouTube guide that you cited are exactly what?
Oh, I missed one.
Oh, wait.
Let me see if I can get that all in there. Oh,
Almost.
almost. Let's see if I...
Oh. The ending. Oh, that's cool. Yes.
Here you go, Bo.
Oh, sorry. I was reading ahead here. Couldn't help it. Well, you know. Okay. And Seaman. Copy pasting a response. What? Okay. Copy pasting a response to a previous poster won't get you any points with me. Denied. Since you seem a tad slow, I'll ask my question again. Why have you not availed yourself? Oh, stop whining, bitch. Have you not availed?
You would so say that too.
I'm sorry. Of the opportunity to state your position in as clear a manner as possible. You were asked several other questions, and you have refused to give even single-word answers. At this point, I don't even particularly care if you fact-check your sources at the moment. That's for later. You can, however, answer 82 Productions' other question. Can facts and/or data be manipulated by individual bias, whether political or not? You seem to think it's a hypothetical, but it's not. Biases can and are measured in the real world, and their effects are clearly evident. In fact, it is well known that statistics can be twisted to say nearly anything the presenter wants them to say. Although that is never something that the news media does when showing graphs of something.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. For that matter, there's an entire industry dedicated to formulating survey questions. Oh, yeah. I have some personal interest in that type of thing. The proper objective, of course, is to be as neutral as possible. However, it is possible, and dead easy, to word questions in such a way as to encourage the answers you want from the participants. If you wish to continue your copy pasta ways, then you will have to explain exactly how the questions asked are hypothetical, circular, or rhetorical. If you wish to defend your claims, then by all means. Ding, 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 ding. Not that I'm going to hold my breath for either, of course. Either of those. You claim to be intelligent, and I have yet to see evidence of that either. That was a weird punctuation, sorry.
At 82 Productions, which segments and facts are you specifically referring to? At 82 Productions, and your second question is asking for an opinion. I deal in facts.
At Daylight 1776, I can cite from those same sources and present different conclusions or narratives. You seem to be conflating a hired staff of researchers to be superior to individual researchers. Not every researcher on these staffs are technical experts you think they are. Can you admit presenters can and do bias their information? Let me get you the...
Oh, yeah, you got a few of them now, Piggy.
Jay Brown, apparently you do not know what
No,
peer
before
review.
that.
No.
Oh, god damn it. Not Lord Proxy Squirrel. Neither of you have presented how Adam Ruins Everything is wrong. That's where you should have started. But you never presented a single incorrect fact to show that the show presented. And when I asked you to give a specific incorrect fact, you just way poetic with a couple of circular arguments. At J. Brown, apparently you do not know what peer-reviewed means. At J. Brown, look at my mink! At J. Brown, when did I claim the experts were hired staff?
You know, it's too bad that he didn't slip up and use a Wikipedia link for it. Oh well, that would have been epic. Okay then, I have no take on Adam Ruins Everything. I knew nothing about it until I was brought up here.
Hold on, I missed another one that I needed to expand.
Oh, right.
There you go. I have no claim. I have made no claims.
Yep. I've made no claims. I've asked you to explain your position. You have spent the bulk of this thread refusing to do so. And if you have an argument for your original position, make it. If not, abandon the field. As you said, you were going to earlier in the thread. I need to wash my mouth here. Either way, you must take action. Simply refusing to answer reasonable questions that I would have asked myself later in the conversation is not going to give you the win. And respect you so clearly crave. Get with the program before you wind up. Hey, what?
Haze Gray and underway.
I've never heard of
Yeah, it's a Navy thing.
maritime.
Hold on, I got a question. Does anyone smell a mullet?
I have a mullet by now. Oh no!
I
that-
definitely
Hey,
smell
Skeptic.
a mullet.
That Lego figure.
Oh,
does
hey,
not have
Skeptic,
a
what are you
mullet.
doing over
It's
there?
not long enough.
I wonder if Skeptic took time to read this. I did send him the link to this.
Oh, you did? Well, you know what? Since he's in here, Mike's back.
But don't count to more than 2.
Yeah, my
because
bad, guys. I was
live.
talking, and of course,
Because you
my
were
mic
muted.
was muted.
Hold on, I'll do it again. Does anyone smell a mullet?
No, hashtag not a mullet.
I smell a mullet. Oh, hey, Skeptic, what are you doing?
Hashtag pig's an idiot.
Skeptic,
Never mind.
did you get to go read through this thread before coming on?
No. I need to figure out what's wrong with my Discord because I'm not receiving messages. I receive all my messages in a batch. If I'm
I'll
having
help
a
you with that
conversation
after
with
the show.
somebody, it's one right after the next. But the moment I walk away from my computer and I stop answering something, like if somebody sends me a message and I don't answer it, it's like that message until I check that message, all other messages will sit there and the moment I check that one, it's like boom, 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 like one right after the next.
Well,
I'll help you fix
wonder
that.
If you might have, by accident, activated a, what would you call them? Consolidated notifications?
Yeah, a push notification.
Yeah, but consolidated. You know, you could get, instead of getting one every single time somebody comments in a, what do you call them, Google forum thread, you can get tell it to just give you once per day.
So
That
did
kind of thing.
did anybody here see the comment that M. Benz left on my last video?
No, I didn't get
No.
to see it yet.
I have it pinned. So
We're almost done.
All right. So
oh
when,
yeah, no, we can do that later.
yeah, when we get done with this, we'll go take a look at that. But all right, back to the stupid. At
Let's get
Daylight
back into the
1776. You want specifics? I'm giving you the most leeway possible. Yes or no? Have you fact-checked any segment of any episode of the show Adam Ruins Everything? Yes or no? Can a bias, political or otherwise, influence interpretation and representation of data? Your answer? Just answer the questions already, or clearly demonstrate how they are circular or rhetorical in your own words.
So
and this-
what happened here?
So,
We'll get to that in just a moment.
well,
It
I can
circles back over and over again.
Well, I can sum it up pretty quickly. So this video that this comment thread is on is by Simon Whistler of Today I Figured Out.
Found out.
Today I
Today-
Found Out. Yep.
You found out, yeah.
And this idiot, They Lied 1776, decided to ask if
Thank you.
Simon's arch nemesis was Adam of Adam Ruins Everything. To which I pointed out that no, because there's no direct conflict between them. However, one sticks with facts and demonstrable data while the other doesn't. And so this guy decided to try to white knight for his favorite soy boy in a pastel suit, while avoiding every direct question despite asking for only direct questions.
Not to mention several cited videos, sources, and other things. And
To Jay Brown's comment.
this is where I kind of I don't feel bad, but I did kind of slam the door on him pretty hard and repeatedly. Wouldn't you agree, Jared?
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
At They Lied 1776. Peer review, the process in which scientific studies are verified for their veracity and truthfulness of hypotheses. This is my paraphrasing of what peer review means. Here's the definition. an altered definition to his on dictionary.com, which is pretty much the same. Now, about Adam's sources cited in Adam Ruins Guns episode. And I linked to the source page. First source is a Washington Post article from 2012, not peer-reviewed. Second and third sources are from Rand Corp, which is in 2018, which is a corporation think tank of policymakers. So not peer-reviewed, although it could be, but not likely. Fourth source, National Public Radio article from 2016, not peer-reviewed. Fifth source, The Trace from 2015. While claiming to be, quote, an independent, nonpartisan, nonprofit newsroom dedicated to shining a light on America's gun violence crisis, end quote, does not exude confidence of unbiased research. Sixth source is gunpolicy.org 2018. Questionable at best, as they are citing a University of Sydney paper. Need I go on more? These are not sources of scientific research, with the exception of Rand Corp and the University of Sydney. If you had watched any of the videos I've linked, especially the Sinatra Says video, you know these people research the sources that they are provided to them by the video they are responding to. Maybe, just maybe, you should stop believing what they tell you on TV and pull up the research they are providing as sources and research them yourself.
That Lord Crocus circle, or Crocus Squirrel, you're simply a troll. At AT2 Productions, you admitted, quote, I have no take on Adams Ruins Everything. I knew nothing about it until it was brought up here. Again, you're a troll. Wait, Crocus Squirrel said that.
I pointed that out to Crocus Squirrel.
Wait.
Huh? May I?
Go for it.
Thank you, sir. Oh, dear. Others of circular reasoning, and then go for the argument ad hominem. Hominem, yeah. More's the pity. You may have noticed I only argued for you to come off your high horse and join the conversation, rather than play the princess in the high ivory tower. I would have said princess on the P, but
Wow.
yeah, well. I made no mention of the show or its extreme leftist biased issues. Yes, I looked it up. Gun laws exist to keep black people down. So many layers wrong. You carry right on, princess. Maybe one day your father will stop smelling of elderberries. Oh no. Elderberries.
Oh, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, good. For long... damn it. Maybe one day your father will stop smelling of elderberries for long enough to stop banging all the hamsters. Ugh. I hope he uses duct tape to avoid them from popping. Perhaps he can make of himself the role model you so desperately need.
Gotta love the Monty Python reference.
I know, I loved it too. Although Squirrel is afraid that he did waste the reference. At Daylight 1776, cite your source where AT2 Productions said what you have quoted him as saying. I've seen what you have quoted, but it was not from AT2 Productions.
That Lord Crocus Squirrel. Quote, I have no take on Adam Ruins Everything. I knew nothing about it until I was brought up here. That are your words. These are your words. I ask you to prove him wrong or point out what exactly the show was incorrect about. Now I understand why you could never answer any of the questions. Again, you're just a troll.
Look a pig. Check your phone right now.
Okay.
I sent you a text message.
You
It's a
sent me a
dick
text
pic.
message?
Yeah, I sent you a dick pic because you sound really sad right now. I'm gonna cheer you up with a picture of my penis.
Listen, man, this is method acting.
You're doing a hell of a job. Ignore the dick pic then.
Oh no, he's gonna cherish it for a day.
Tomorrow we're gonna find out that Luca Pig got out of the hospital for swallowing his phone.
No, I would put it in the other end.
Not much better.
Yeah, Jay Brown, what the fuck are you babbling about?
At Daylight 1776, you posted this about a half an hour ago, in which I quoted him. At Daylight 1776, by the way, you haven't responded to my post about the sources for the Adam and Rune's Guns episode.
Lord Grog is scroll. You might want to look up at the homonym attack. Again, these are your exact words. Quote, I have no take on Adams versus everything. I knew nothing about it till it was brought up here. End quote.
Brought up here, period. Space, colon. All right. Or quote, sorry. Okay. You lie, 1776. You asked me no such thing, little man. You asked this of AT2 Productions and Jay Brown. The only quarrel I have with you is that you refuse to answer questions or even clearly state your position. I recommend you do as I have. Sorry, I recommend as you have. Damn it!
You had
I
it right the
recommend
first time.
you do as I have. Yeah, it's just the punctuations, I guess. And read the entire thread. If all you really want is a good trolling, I can arrange that. Look at Pig, that's you. However, I would vastly prefer you go for the intellectually honest position instead. Your final option is to fuck off before I mock you a second time. That would work too, as I'd have more time to do something more intellectually engaging than giving you the space you need on stage to show off your idiocy.
Jay Brown, quote me directly. What specifically are you referring to?
Check your phone, Luca Pig. Oh, your method acting. Never mind. Disregarded.
Oh yeah.
Don't swallow your phone again.
Oh no, I would not swallow my phone. It would be going in between my hip bone.
He won't swallow. Well, he will swallow, just not his phone.
It's gonna come back out of your mouth then.
Giggity.
Only you know it.
Giggity.
Oh boy. Hey, Buttercup. Long story short, little man cub, you dismissed my argument because troll. I had done no such thing at that time, but instead made an argument. If anything, I was trying to help you along. Alas, horses, water, and all that.
Oh.
Yeah, a mounted cavalry thing.
All right. At Daylight 1776, which one? Your statement?
Hold on. Before you go further, notice how at Daylight 1776 is straight out for Jared. Did he block him?
He might have, actually.
All right, let's continue.
At Daylight 1776, which one? Your statement or my post for the sources for Adam's show? If it's Adam's show, check the one that starts, quote, peer review, ... end quote.
At Daylight 1776, still waiting for answers and or an explanation. Yes or no, have you fact-checked any segment of any episode of the show Adam Ruins Everything? Yes or no, can a bias, political or otherwise, influence interpretation and representation of data? Just answer the questions already, or clearly demonstrate how they are circular or rhetorical in your own words.
Now, team, you will be C. Colhoun. I
Calhoun.
imagine this person
This is the
being
last
a
comment.
furry.
I'm C. Calhoun. No, with a name
Yes.
like C. Calhoun, no furry. This is goddamn Southern Texas. C. Calhoun. Well,
But
well,
look at the
well.
okay, come on.
I've been reading this debatable debate of yours, and since you seem so fond of links and fallacies, may I introduce you to the fallacy you've been committing all along, this lamented fallacy in the annals of internet history. There's a link you can click if you'd like to called the No True Scotsman. I can even help you. The No True Scotsman fallacy is a way of reinterpreting evidence in order to prevent the refutation of one's position. Proposed counterexamples to a theory are dismissed as irrelevant solely because they are counterexamples, but purportedly because they are not what the theory is about.
Pause.
Yes, sir.
Skeptic, I hope you're right now you're massaging your handlebar beard while you say this.
Whoa,
Right?
I reckon I am.
I thought he would be massaging something else a little bit lower.
Yeah, well, the beard only requires one hand there, boy.
And what you're referring to requires two.
Oh, yeah. All right, so the way you're refusing to answer the two simple yes/no questions by labeling them as circular reasoning, by the way, you're wrong. You should study your fallacies with more care and depth. And somehow pulling out of a rabbit out of your hat by bullshitting your way through the shifting of burden of proof to design to give a reply to such easy questions makes me wonder. If you believe that the links provided to you are from some random people on the internet just because they don't suit your narrative, it stands to reason that even if a reputable person like, say, Jordan Peterson answered you, your bias would dismiss him as invalid because he's falsely accused of being alt-right. May I ask you then, how futile asking questions of you? Who would be the source you would accept? And how would you determine that this source is reputable and unbiased? Is there some purity test to be administered? Your concerns lead me to conclude that you can only be a Nazi. And you would kindly ask Dr. Joseph Mengele to perform
Mengele.
your purity. Mangala to perform your purity test to see if it's acceptable. I can also point out that you're just asking questions is basically just another form of sea lioning. If you pretend to be so naive, then here it goes. Sea lioning involves jumping into a conversation with endless politeness, reasonable questions, and demands for answers, usually of entry-level topics far below the actual conversation. Please prove sexism exists. Well, Team Skeptic exists, so sexism exists.
No,
This
that's,
tactic-
that's just sexiness.
This tactic differs little from harassment. Instead of discussion, the point is to derail discussion, receive criticism for their ignorance, so as to look like a victim or to make someone feel overwhelmed and quit talking. You're welcome. And before I forget, being a concerned troll and accusing other people of trolling is highly amusing to watch, especially out on the ranch. My job is done here. Gotta finish cooking my beans. Cheers, boys.
I just came a little.
So did I.
Sorry, Piggy. That the Emmy goes to Team
Yeah,
Skeptic.
the skeptic fucking killed it.
Yeah, you lost like a pig. Sorry.
Honorable mention.
By the way, GR, I sent you a link in the live chat that should roll you directly for AT2 so you can see the link and hop on in.
Just refresh
Jared,
your
you don't
No.
put that link live chat.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go see Team Skeptic's video.
Oh, just go to the comment. We don't have to watch the
Yeah.
video. It's long. I'm working on another one already. I have that Daniel Pratt video I'm about to do. Have y'all seen that? The one with the fan? The wind is blowing in your face.
So his surname is fitting. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think we have time to read all those 150 replies.
Holy.
Which one? What? Hold on. What were you looking- Oh, is that?
That's the one you pinned.
But that wasn't my video.
Yeah, this is your video.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the live chat, the live screen. Hold on. Yeah. Anywho, who comes to my channel to leave some ridiculous, useless comment from any of Team Skeptic videos will be blocked. Thank you in advance.
Wait. Let's not forget we did a live debunking of a number of Mbenz's videos on Red's channel, and we were sending people to go comment on these videos, and he was actively blocking, deleting, and preventing comments on each and every video as we were going along.
Well, when I did his second video, he made a response video to it. He was like, I'm not a debate channel. And so he put out the Gravity video, and I went to his thing and I said, look, man, honestly, come on my channel and let's do this live. I'm a nice guy. Guys, I'm nice. Okay? I will be polite. I will even let you fucking talk because everybody wants to hear you say stupid shit live. So they don't want to hear me talk until it's time to prove you wrong. They want to hear you say something stupid first and then let me respond to it. So come on here, let's talk. And he just didn't respond. And I was like, okay, you didn't respond. I guess, look, there it is right there. I offered you a chance to do this live. You didn't respond. Glad you made it around to this video, though. Hope you learned something. Probably didn't. Other than he's a fucking idiot.
Hey, team. Now, I had an idea, since you're here. It's the perfect time to ask. I do a weekly shit show, and I noticed an individual that I would really like to fuck with you.
Anna loves the Lord, the one right there. The
Oh,
Flat Earth.
yeah.
Oh, no. It's not that one. That was the Flat Earth Dork. She's the multiple skies idiot.
Yeah. Now, if you would like to fuck with that person on AT2 Productions, that would be great.
I want her to come on so we can talk and have a conversation. She can show me her boobs.
Okay, I'll set that up.
Thinking of boobs, that's right.
I literally told her, I was like, oh, Anna, you have no
kinda like
idea.
that
We're
one.
about to have a symbiotic relationship here.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes,
Tau Ceti Alpha. Wait till you get the full retard treatment. Yes.
Oh, and actually, speaking of that, Red's kept the full length of today's hangout
because
on
he
his
got
channel
something.
because Tao is pulling clips from it for his next compilation.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't able to catch all that because I was working and I was like actively working. So I was dealing with like most of the time I can just let them float and turn on some headphones. And I just sit there with headphones in and listen. But today I was doing a lot of saunas like back to back to back. And I have to be in the room with them when they're doing their saunas.
You're like
You know
a full
what
retard buffet for Tal.
Yeah. You know what's funny about this is if you go and you look like he doesn't respond to anybody in this. So the entire fucking 150 comments are all people talking shit about him. We could
That
get
is
like
beautiful.
Yeah, like well, I mean
Whoa, right there from Yami Poyo.
Yeah.
Wow.
dude, that's nothing. You should see some of the shit they left. I did the same thing to that Anna Loves the Lord girl. I put her comments up at the top and she responded. She has some of the best responses out there.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you
was
sodomite. That's what gay lovers say." You're like, "Oh."
She was calling
Just
someone
please don't
from
stop responding,
Australia
Anna, please,
an
it's
American
going.
degenerate.
Now, team, I got a question for you. During this show with Anna, the multiple skies chick, how sexual do you want to get with me?
Oh, I was just kidding. I'm not gonna scare her off with being over sexual. I'm just
no.
fucking.
Oh, no.
with her.
I mean with me, not with her.
No. I wouldn't want you to. I would want you to keep her around as long as possible so we could fucking have a great conversation and everybody will love that shit. And he's fucking everybody's giving him shit about wearing fly Emirates. What a fucking idiot.
Team, Is she willfully stupid, or is she?
No, this girl is not. I think she's just outright like dumb. Like it's not that she is she's doing it like she could be smarter if she tried. I'm pretty sure this girl is. I've listened to a lot of her videos. She's has a very like anti-homosexual rhetoric. She's also like this shit she says. There's no science behind anything she says, but she's very hateful, very all kinds of crazy stuff.
It's very it's very Russian Orthodox in her.
Yeah, like
in
she
her
wasn't
base.
taught. She just wasn't taught anything her entire life.
Think,
Okay, so it's not.
think
It's not disability. It's.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
she
like the
says
Westboro
Jesus was
Baptist
born-
Church type.
Yeah, she said Jesus was born in Great Britain.
Okay,
oh,
so
who can play my clip? Who can play my clip? Let me send the clip to you guys.
Oh
Hold
no!
on.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No! I
You
have
have
the
it, don't
clip.
you? Yeah, play the clip. Play the clip, guys, please.
So Jesus was born in Britain. What did Gary say last night? Moses wrote the Torah.
Yeah, Moses wrote the entire Torah, including his own death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice.
No, just
Don't forget.
Lord Rael.
Oh yeah, I like when they keep changing the name of who the god is. They're like,
Hey,
I love Jesus. I love Joshua. I love Josh. I love Eric. What? Who the fuck
I
is
got a
Eric?
question. Would you be okay with me sending that particular idiot about Moses's life's work?
Oh, I
even
don't
after
care.
death?
That's fine. But if you're gonna try to get her in something where we can have a conversation, just wait till after the
It would
conversation.
be a 2-on-1.
start
It would definitely be a double penetration
Here,
type of deal.
I know. I'm saying before you start harassing her, wait till we already have our fun with her. Jared, do you have the video clip linked up?
Oh,
Well-
I have it. Except here's the thing: I don't want to open up Voice Meter and switch everything over, so the audience will get to hear this and see it.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Jared,
won't, but
before
the
you play
audience
that
will.
real
Yes.
quick,
Okay, cool.
Jared, before you play that, do you mind if I send the idiot of the GDC a link to this meets?
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
So, for the audience, the clip that we were talking about.
What the fuck? I wasn't born in Great Britain. Everyone knows I was born in America. Anna, you're a fucking idiot.
I'm looking at the live stream, so I'll see when it comes up for them. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, they're not gonna hear the ding. They're not gonna hear the ding.
Unfortunately not.
Ding. There was a ding at the end, guys. I promise.
Everyone knows I was born in America. Anna,
Sorry.
Ding!
Anna, you're a fucking idiot.
Okay, who is that guy?
That's man. He became pretty popular with
Rocket
when he got
Ronnie.
banned. He got banned, and what he would do. I don't know why the Fiverr banned him, but they banned him and then they brought him back. I found out about him through PewDiePie when he was talking about a few people that got banned. Like, did y'all know the guy that asked for your credit card number? Do you know that guy?
Not
He's
off the top of my head.
Fucking.
Nope.
Its name is called Voice Over Pete, I think. And what he does is he's like, let's say, Jared, you have your gamer tag. He's like, everybody, Jared needs your help. He needs to, he will not be able to defeat Bo unless you send me your credit card number and don't forget the expiration date and the 3 digits on the back.
Oh, wow.
And he would have these long built up things and they would always end in the same way. And you can help him out by sending me your credit card number with the expiration date and the 3 digits on the back. And so they banned him for that. Because people were asking him to make those videos and he was making them. And they were like, oh, you're trying to commit identity theft. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not trying. This is a joke. No one's ever sent me their
Yeah.
credit card number.
Well,
By the way, if you try to do make people do that kind of stupid stuff, it's not for identity theft.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
for the money.
so just a request for everyone, if you are in the panel, make sure to send watchforthestorm@gmail.com on an email a link to the hangout. So that includes you, Bo, you, Team, you, Alan, you, Jay. Everyone send him a link.
Who
I
are
was
we talking about?
Concentrating.
G-Man.
Oh, I don't have a email
well,
that I want to waste on that.
I'm not. I don't
And-
know who that guy is.
And here's
Gary,
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. We should have thought about it a few hours ago. That might have worked because keep in mind it's 11:25 Eastern right now, so
Sure.
he's probably not going to show up before we call it a night because as Psystrike is still going on at the regular scheduled time, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
He even
Yep.
tweeted it out.
Hey, let me. Who, was anybody in the hangout with me the other day when we were trying to run that physics animation? And it kept like crashing. We
yeah,
even tried to
yeah.
run it on Sly's Sly's. I think it was Sly. Either
Sly
yeah, I
was
think it was
playing.
Sly.
Yeah, Sly was playing with one of them, and he got it to work. But yours was really fucking choppy.
Yeah. So let me. I went up and upgraded my RAM, so now I can actually show this animation of water, the modeling of water sticking to a ball with gravity.
Are you sure it's your RAM and not the CPU that needs updated?
We already talked about this.
Yeah,
I
Gio
think
talked about that.
Gio was like, I told him I have like a really up to date computer and I have 32 gigs of RAM now.
So-
And
And
but
What's
anyway,
your CPU?
i7-7700.
Okay, that should
Yeah.
be enough.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and show it, go ahead and
Yeah,
present
I'm trying to-
yourself. And
Let me see if I can find. out.
What about your GPU?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I have a good one. I have a 1070,
Okay, yeah, that should be enough.
like 8 gigs on the video card, and then I have
That's
6.
your
I have,
only bottleneck. It would have been your RAM.
I
Good
have
job. That's skeptic. You didn't waste.
I have 16 gigs on my motherboard, additional to the 32 I have in my fucking in my hard drive. Hold on, let me. I'm trying to run this.
Hold
animation.
on, Eric. I'm angry at you. You bought a Ryzen 7 2700 and not the 2700X.
And
Okay.
$50 more, you could have did, supported overclocking.
I can you don't need a next
What did
overclock.
you buy, Nintendo?
Yeah,
Not
but
on the second gen.
So it still
not with the
takes
second gen? Okay.
it still takes a second to load up. I'm still probably gonna have to upgrade because you'll still see it's choppy, but it at least gets through the first 4 frames. Literally, here's what I did.
For us right now, or is it just rendering in the background?
It's rendering in the background. So for me to run this, let me once we get here, let me show you what I had to do. I had to turn all of my settings on this animation. All my graphic settings are at their lowest, and it's still choppy. There's 5,000 water droplets here. Each one of them has their own physics. They all attract each other. In fact, this animation, this program I'm running right now, will be completely unique to any other program I've ran before. It's literally, it takes all the motion of all the particles involved. You'll see the particles hit the earth, and then you'll actually see them expand away from the earth due to their velocities, and then they'll come back on and they'll coalesce around the earth, and then the gravitation will pull them onto the earth. Okay, can you guys see me?
Yep.
Is it okay? So here we go. I'm gonna run this animation. It's gonna be choppy at first, but that's 5,000 water droplets right there. And the only physics I have in here is the gravitational attraction between the water droplets and the ball right there. So this is where it stopped on Slides, and then it'll keep going on here. I'm going to be doing more physics animations in the future. This one was a hard one because there were so many objects. Like, I'm going to redo this with a slightly smaller ball and about a third of the water droplets, because it'll still have the same result without having to use the memory for so much like physics processing. So here's where it stops a little bit because they're about to actually. Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's going to keep going.
And what are you using? Blender or
Symmetry.
something that you pick up? Oh.
Symmetry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know about Blender myself personally, but I would imagine it would be able to do that kind of gravity simulation. And
Yeah. It's simply the number of particles. Now here in a second, it's gonna start back up. It's probably just getting through. Yeah, there it goes. All right. Well, maybe once it gets going. Here, let me go over here and double check
Well, are
mine.
you right now rendering it at 1080 or 720? I mean,
I don't know.
I know you've been showing this for quite a while now, but lowering the resolution for the Meets Hangout thing, that was probably the.
It's not me that's doing it. It's the actual program that's slow.
Yeah, no. It does this whether I'm in a Hangout or not. I could just turn on the
but
computer.
I meant that if you had it rendering in lower resolution, in other words, in resolution that Hangouts is using right now.
Yeah. How would I do that?
Just for this stuff.
Okay, so well, I stopped it. Look at my preferences. Everything I have is on the lowest pixel density, no multi-sampling. This and it's still this slow. But look, once I keep it going, it'll. I'm sorry.
What about bit depth?
Everything is turned down.
Could you put it in wire mesh mode? It'll.
Where I take the textures off. Look, okay, so see here, this is where all the
come back.
So check it out. Right here, you have all the water droplets that are orbiting the Earth because they had hit the velocity had, the momentum is conserved. So when it hits that, they first are going to go far away, and then there will be gravitationally back, and then the velocities will hit, and they'll come off again, and they'll go back on and come back off again. This is exactly how it would have happened if we went through like a solar system size ocean in space. Like if there was a way to do that.
Yeah, you could probably save some time by removing the shadow effects on the imaginary ground.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. There's a whole bunch of stuff I can do in that.
Yeah, if you were to turn off shadowing, that could free up a bunch, but
but they say it can't be done.
The ball is
and there
turning
it is.
blue.
But it can.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully your blue balls are okay.
What'd you say?
Huh?
So look, I always have to watch these simulations until they finish. So do you see these water droplets? So they're still orbiting the Earth. And then the
see
thing
a bunch of
is,
blue balls, but that's about it.
yeah, those are water droplets, asshole. The next thing I want to do is put an Earth out here, or a moon out here that's orbiting that Earth and pulling on it so you can see the tidal effects go around the ball.
You've seen it here first. Team Skeptics balls.
Yep.
Nice blue fucking blue.
Blue balls.
So are your blue balls swollen?
You're going to have this animation rendered and then put in a video or do some live rendering?
No, this is live rendering. This is if I run the. Oh no! I know,
Okay.
but it won't even do it if I try to run it in the program. It runs this slow because of it. But I think you're right. I think I should just take off shadows, remove the light source because the light source is gonna add more, graphics processing and whatnot. It still has to process all the physics of the light and shit like that. So
Yeah.
okay,
If it locks in the simulation, do a couple of renderings from you don't have to do all 3 axes, but just 2 axes.
All right, I'm getting. I gotta get going. I'm getting messages by Sai.
Bye bye.
The drop that's
See ya.
orbiting.
See you later, pig.
Go to a pattern that you can. That would be interesting to watch from a different angle.
yeah.
I don't know how much that would.
No, it's easy. That part's easy. You can actually take. I can run that program and then move the camera over and rerun it. And well, it would be different each time. That I guess I could put 3 cameras up and it might be able to save it to different things.
It's just that I remember the time when I was a kid where my brother played around with Imagine, the company that creates CG for movies now. I think he was using his Amiga 2000, creating animations by typing from a book, and he wasn't even looking at the screen. By the way, oh, boobies. He wasn't even looking at the screen. He was just typing from the text directly.
Wait. Go back one. Go back one. They look
Full
like
screen
Air
that
Force.
thing. Built-in airbags. Oh, she is cute. Oh, and by the way, Jared, did you notice the picture I sent you? I think that made Look a Pig happy. I gave that to him too.
Yeah, he showed him and he was like, "Hey guys, I gotta
jiggly
get
one?
off."
Was it the Jiggly GIF?
No, not the GIF. The come on, let me just find it again. Can't
Oh,
even
the one
remember
you
what it's called.
the one you just sent. Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
The Penguin Army.
I think you found it.
I like
I
it.
hate it when people rub things in my
Oh.
face.
Jay Brown, the one you showed earlier, the I'm with Stupid.
Yeah.
That's an RAF Tornado photographed over North Wales.
Go back.
Because
Actually, yeah, the Tornado does have an inlet that
there's
does
a-
look similar to the intake of an F-15.
there's a very famous route through North Wales called the Mac Loop.
Yeah,
And,
where they're
that's
below the
actually
hills.
a tornado that was taken on the Mac Loop because you can go stand above the aircraft as it comes flying by.
This one right here.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's Tornado. Yep.
But we need to give this one to all the flat earthers just so they can feel special.
Oh no. We need to find the animation that Tao worked on.
Oh, I know.
Hey, I have a question. Are y'all familiar with Dan Palladino? He's in my chat a lot. He might be in here, but he's in non-sec a lot as well.
Yeah, he's been over. Actually,
So-
there's something that I'm supposed to give him the background on. I have a DM in Discord that I need to talk to him about. And oh my god,
non-sec said that he was on the actual, he's actually on the board of some kind of flat Earth thing, and he was gonna go on there and tell us why the Earth is flat. But I don't think he's a flat earther.
If I remember correctly, he's not. But
I wonder if
might
they
be-
just got that. No, I'm pretty sure he's not, because me and him talked. He came in my live stream. Flat earthers don't do that,
Yeah.
you know. Not
Yeah.
unless they're invited. They don't just show up and go, "Hey, here, call me an idiot. I'm here."
So, GR, can we get a mic check?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? Can you hear me?
Hey, it works. Awesome.
Hey, you guys doing all right?
Well, still recovering from 2 dumps and fires, but yeah.
I just have my laptop on, so I don't have my regular microphone with me right now. Does it sound okay?
It's passable, but give it time. We will show you the ways. And wait a minute. Go back. I saw
Did you see something
flexibility.
interesting?
I saw flexibility.
Yeah.
Asians. Yeah, that explains
Yeah.
it.
You ain't leaving that situation without leaving some money on the table.
Kind of reminds me of
I'm
my
sorry,
ex.
what, did you say
Bring a
something?
little
I was
something,
looking at something.
So since you're the newest panel member, GR, go ahead and introduce yourself and give a brief history for those who haven't spoken with you in a live chat somewhere else before.
Yeah, we I think I've been in on a couple of the flat Earth chats before. I don't think the Earth is flat, by the way.
Oh my god.
Hold on, GR. I'm sorry, we're not meaning to interrupt you. There's just a really funny picture on the screen.
How many 762s are on that thing? It's edited, but still.
1, 2, 3, 4 plus the main gun and
And all
And
the
the
little
coax.
kids.
Can't forget the coax machine gun.
And how many little kids they've killed on the side right there, right up in the front. That's definitely not how many kids on board.
Whoa!
Ugh.
Oh, and Tao, thank you for remembering which episode it was. It's episode 9 of full retard mode that has the penguin animation. So for those who are curious, go to Tau Ceti Alpha's channel, subscribe, watch that and the rest of the videos. You will laugh hysterically at the stupid that he has collected over there.
I could never watch one of them all the way through, though.
No.
Oh, I can binge watch that.
I can binge watch it. I binge watch it all the time. I'm sure his fucking monetization revenue, a lot of that comes from me.
You know, I'm actually thinking I might fall asleep to it tonight.
Oh, it'll give you nightmares. You'll wake up in the middle of the night going, no, it's not flat. Buoyancy density.
No.
It's too much concentrated stupid for one city for me. I just can't do it.
I'm so happy I do not work in telemarketing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
He does have a good way of finding some of those really off-the-wall videos and exposing them. Like stuff that I've never seen before. He puts up on there.
Well, Tao, are you got to get that the Daniel Pratt video I'm working on right now. You got to put that one in your next one. The one where he talks about the fan blowing. That he makes some pretty stupid comments in that one.
Jeez. But you know, I do have a way that you can get impervious to stupid. It's called being stationed forward deployed to Yokosuka, Japan for a couple years. I have that one already, by the way.
I know you do. It's just still good to look at.
Hey, let me ask Tao a question. Why aren't you monetized, man? That doesn't change the number of ads people see. It just makes you get money for it.
Every little bit counts.
That's not a lot of money, but for you it would be pretty good because when you put out a video, man, you get about 30 or 40,000 views. That's you'd be making a little chunk of change.
Oh, do I hear a hint of jealousy there?
Me? Jealous? No.
Jealous?
Oh,
hell
no.
no.
Get me wrong, but
No.
But
I am jealous of Tao. He is a living legend, and I hope only one day to be there. So I'm jealous of his legendary status, but it only gives me a goal to get to.
So mentioning the monetization is actually a perfect segue. We're going to go ahead and call this an evening, but before we go,
you can give it a little bit of extra time. I distracted Sai for a bit.
Well, too bad.
Jay, the one that I just sent you is related to the Irish one you just showed us.
Yeah, but it's not accurate.
Kind of.
Yeah, and
Come on.
and you know what, Piggy? I'm still going to do what I plan to do, which is to remind people of what is coming up on December 31st with the International Ballers Day, and the day before on Sunday, December 30th, noon Eastern on this channel. We are hosting the raffle. What raffle, you ask? Well, the raffle for the majestic flat earth butthurt jacket of choice with 32 patches that you see on the screen right now emblazoned all over my son's science department at his school. So go ahead, really piss off the flurfers. Don't just endorse NASA by wearing marks of their badassery on a wonderfully warm flight jacket, but also fund the scientific education of today's youth. And with that, we will see all of you next week.